Hi guys, this is Steven, your partner in lifelong learning. Today we're going to talk about memory. First, I want to ask you two questions. What do you think memory is related to? And what do you think are the best techniques for remembering things? Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And I believe that most of us want to have a good memory, but at the same time, many people often complain about forgetting things easily or feeling like their memory is not as sharp as it used to be. Today, I want to introduce a book called The Science of Memory by Scott Young. In this book, memory is divided into three main components: encoding, storage, and retrieval. I've summarized some key points and I hope will be helpful to you. Part 1: Encoding. Encoding might sound like a technical term, but actually it's just a process of processing information. Let me share two simple and effective tips. First, link new information to what you're reading now. This link can be either related or completely opposite. For example, in my previous video, I talked about the benefits of solitude. To better remember this, I could link it to Carl Jung's ideas about intimate relationships and their influence on an individual. Solitude and intimate relationships might seem like opposing concepts, but comparing them actually helps me understand and remember both better. Going even further, when I think of John, I naturally also think of Floyd. This brings me up their relationships, their theories, and Freud's book, The Interpretation of Dreams. By connecting new information to things I already know, I can process it more deeply and remember it better. 2. Combine information with your environment. Sometimes your environment can become a trigger for your memory. For instance, I have a habit of running while listening to podcasts. In a recent episode, they talked about how the shoe industry has not seen much innovations for years. So when I run, I pass by certain landmarks, like a red light, a mall, or I might smell a particular flower. I associate these specific places and smells with the podcast that I'm listening to. So the next time I pass by these spots, my brain will trigger memories of the podcast episode. You can try this technique too. Use your environment as a cue to help remember what you are learning. Part 2: Storage. Now, let's talk about storage. The truth is, our brains are not particularly good at storing information. Our brains are more like processors, like the CPU or GPU in a computer, not storage devices like a hard drive. So, how can we improve our brain's ability to store information? 1. Get good quality sleep. Research has shown that sleep is crucial for memory consolidation. When we enter deep sleep, the brain begins to strengthen and reorganize information we learned during the day, and turning it into long-term memory, especially during REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement. The brain replaces information and helps solidify memories. So, little tip: if you take a short nap after learning something, it can significantly improve how well you remember it. 2. Build your second brain. In addition to relying on your own brain, we can use external tools like Notion or Obsidian to store information, creating a second brain. You can store your scattered ideas, things you've learned, or important tasks in these apps. By organizing information with keywords, categories, and tags, you can make it easier to find and retrieve when you need it. Part 3: Retrieval. Finally, let's talk about retrieval. That is the process of recalling memories. Normally, when you try to remember something, it should come to your mind naturally. But sometimes, memories can be fuzzy or just out of reach. When that happens, you can try these methods. First, associate the related or opposing concepts. Similar to how we talked about encoding, try to recall related terms and the opposite ideas. Second, recreate the environment. Try to put yourself back into a situation when you learned or experienced something. Think about the temperature, the sunlight, the smell. These environment cues can help trigger your memory. So, a little tip, our memories are often activated by cues. So, identifying these triggers can make it easier to recall information. Okay, I want you to think about something you really need to remember right now. Whether it's something you are learning, something important for work, or something in your personal life. Try using the framework of encoding, storage, and retrieval to optimize your memory. Just feel free to share in the comments how these techniques work for you and let me know if you have any other memory tips you use. See you in the next video. Bye bye.